Hello children. Today I Kahaniwali Nani have come to tell you a story from the great Hindu epic Mahabharata. Children, this story was told to the Pandavas when they were on a religious trip. By whom? By a seer. And the story is the Great King Shibi. Children, you can hear more such interesting stories on my YouTube channel. Subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon to keep receiving notifications of new stories. If you like the story, click on the like button and share the story with your friends by clicking on the share icon. And now listen to the lovely story, The Great King Shibi. This is a story of long, long ago. In the olden days, in India, there was a kingdom of Ushinara ruled by King Shibi. King Shibi was a very generous, just, and a truthful king. And he, would, he was ready to sacrifice his life to save anyone who would come to his shelter. Not only the humans, but also the birds and animals. King Shibi's fame had spread far and wide, not only on the earth but also in heaven. Once, King Shibi was sitting in his court along with his courtiers. Suddenly, a dove, an injured dove, came and sat on his lap. The dove was shivering with fear. King Shibi felt sorry for the dove. The dove said, "Oh, great king, an eagle is after me, wanting to eat me up. Please save my life by protecting me from that eagle." King Shibi caressed the dove and said, "Do not fear. You are safe here in my lap. The eagle will not be able to touch even your feathers. Calm down, and feel safe." Now, as the King Shibi was saying these words to the dove, who came an eagle and rushed towards the king. Pointing towards the dove, the eagle said, "O king, you have my food in your lap. This is my food and give it to me so that I can fulfill my hunger. I am very, very hungry." King Shibi looked at the eagle and said, "No, no, I cannot hand over the dove to you at any cost. See, it has come to seek shelter, and now it is my duty to protect the dove from any danger." The eagle retorted, But tell me, is it right for you to deprive me of my food when I am already hungry? So please release the dove and hand him over to me so that I can eat it." King Shibi was in a dilemma. He could not think what to do. On one hand, he wanted to protect the dove. At the same time, he did not want to deprive the eagle of his food. He said, "Oh, eagle, yes, I have no right to deprive you of your food. But at the same time, it is my duty to protect this dove who has come to my shelter. Yes, you can have enough food from my kitchen." The eagle refused food from the king's kitchen but insisted on having his prey, the dove. King Shibi said, "I will not give you the dove on any account, but yes, I will not let you go hungry." The eagle said, "If you are not giving me this dove, then how is it possible?" King Shibi said, "Listen, see, it is my duty to give shelter to anyone who comes to my refuge. And in that case, I will not give you the dove. But don't worry, I will give you flesh equal to the weight of this dove. That too, not by killing any other creature. I will give you the flesh of my body." Okay? The eagle agreed. Now the king ordered for a weighing machine. On one plate of the balance, King Shibi placed the trembling dove. Don't be scared, you are safe. And you know what did King Shibi do after that? He cut the flesh from his right thigh and put it on the other plate of the balance. But to the king's amazement, it was less than the weight of the dove. The king cut more flesh, put it on the balance, but yet the dove weighed more than the flesh. Everybody in the court, the king, the courtiers, was surprised. The courtiers whispered to each other, "How come this small dove is so heavy?" But King Shibi was least worried. He was calm and began thinking, "This is not a usual common dove, but I have promised to protect this dove's life, so I will do at any cost." And everybody was looking at the king thinking, now what will the king do? How will he be able to keep his promise? And just then King Shibi got up and went and sat on one side of the balance. He sat himself. At once what happened? The balance became equal. Seeing this, King Shibi became happy and said to the eagle, "Look, now the balance is equal. You can eat me up to satisfy your hunger." At once a miracle happened. Both the eagle and the dove vanished. And in their place, who was standing? Yes, Lord Indra, the king of gods, and Agni Dev, the god of fire. At first, they uttered some shlokas, and King Shibi's body became healthy as it was earlier. All the wounds were healed. Everyone, the king and his courtiers, stared in astonishment. Lord Indra began saying, "O King Shibi, you are great. Actually, you see, I had heard a lot of praise about you, about your truthfulness, generosity, and that you could go to the extent of sacrificing your life to save others' life. I did not believe it. I felt that might be generous, you might be selfless, but not to the extent of sacrificing your life. So I and Agni Dev disguised as an eagle and a dove, and we came here to take your test. And yes, you have passed your test with flying colors. You know how much we heard about your greatness? You are greater than that also. We bow down with respect before you. Your fame will spread and will be always remembered for centuries and centuries. God bless you with good health, wealth, and fame." All the courtiers began shouting, "Long live the great King Shibi! Long live the great King Shibi!" And Lord Indra and Agni Dev left for their abode. So, children, this was the story of the great King Shibi. And so we should always be kind and helpful to others. So, children, how did you like this story? We'll meet you again next week with another story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.